and make sure I'm connected. Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You're watching live with LWL Lindsay with love. Today is May 6th, 2025. Holy cow, on a Tuesday morning, you guys, on a Tuesday morning. Welcome to the show. If you're just meeting me for the first time, hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm here to raise the frequency of the planet. And really, I think I came to Earth to transform people's lives in many different ways, but mostly energetically, helping you understand you're an energetic being. What does that mean? What does that look like specifically for you? Helping you release your limiting beliefs, reprogram your subconscious mind so you can actually succeed at life. Good morning, Sarah, VIP Erin, and VIP Sarah on YouTube. Thank you both. I have to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You two have been big proponents over the last 24 hours in this setup today. So I'm going to share with you guys how I changed my reality today. I actually shifted frequencies just now this morning, and you're watching it in real time. You're watching the evolution, the energetic evolution of my soul. So I'm very excited to showcase that to you. Good morning, VIP Brenda. We're gonna take a deep breath in through the nose, closing the eyes, deep breath in through the nose, belly nice and full. Letting it go. Good morning, VIP Deborah in the house. Woo, this is new. Good morning, VIP Brenda. Good morning. You are witnessing firsthand my energetic evolution. You are. And I'm going to share that with you and what that means. Good morning, VIP Jules. Why am I so excited about this no robe? VIP Catherine says, I don't know, maybe because it showcases the fact that we can change and we can be flexible and adaptable. This is so exciting, VIP Jules. This is. Okay. I wrote it down in my notes. I also have it in my brain, so I'm going to open my notes. And I want to share with you, like, from the beginning parts. So you guys know about, I don't know, a week ago, we were listening to Simon Sinek, where I was sharing with you, Simon Sinek says you can change your life in 7 days. You can become unrecognizable. And I was like, look, I'm always up for a good challenge. You guys know that. And I'm going to experiment with my life every single day. I'm going to always do something that works so I feel good and fulfilled. But I'm also going to challenge myself and add in a little sprinkle here and there of things that I've never done before or that are new to me to see. Maybe this works better, right? You'll never know if you don't try, right? You'll never know if you don't try. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the rose. You guys, thank you for the conversation, for the gifts, for the encouragement, for the heart me's. All of it is so helpful. VIP Erin is going to be, it says, new people are going to be like, what is wrong with these people? We see you, ma'am. I know, they'll be like, why is everybody so excited? She's sitting in a white t-shirt. Well, there is a reason for it, right? There's a reason for it. So, my YouTube coach told me a month ago that it is not good for me to have the same thumbnail for my YouTube videos. And I was like, but YouTube coach, these are podcast videos, so wouldn't it make sense to have the same thumbnail so people know that it's a podcast? And he didn't necessarily reply to that, but basically, like, I think the no reply was like, why are you questioning me as the expert on YouTube? So I was like, okay, whatever. And I hemmed and hawed about it, and I didn't change anything. I just didn't. And then Simon Sinek came along into my YouTube life, into my YouTube world, and he started sharing about how you can become unrecognizable in 7 days. So I was like, okay, well, I'll give it a shot. So I started doing different TikTok videos. Thank you for the little panda hug. This is so freaking cute. I'm obsessed. So I started filming my TikTok in a different way, just to see, just to play. And in fact, it worked very well for me. So I was like, okay, like, listen, Lindsay, get over yourself, get over it. Like, is this some weird ego trip? Like, what is this? You know what you're doing. We just reached League D1, so thank you all for the gifts and the conversation. And then Sarah, in our Cosmic Collective, Sarah says to me, you know, you can do like XYZ, you can just schedule out your video. It's really not that much more work to change your thumbnail and get everything set up before you go live. And I replied, and I was like, actually, I have to do the description, I have to do the thumbnail, I have to do the packaging. And then I sat with that response for a couple of days, and I was like, Lindsay, you're being wimpy and you're making excuses. And you just made a TikTok yesterday about how to live an extraordinary life, you must take extraordinary action. So to be the leader that you are and to showcase that this stuff actually works, you got to actually play the game. And I was kind of annoyed with myself last night a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, well, that was Wimpy Lindsay 1.0, and like she forgot who she was for a second. So this morning, I changed frequencies. I worked with creating a powerful thumbnail that hopefully resonates with people on YouTube so they jump into my live stream. I created the title before I started the show. I created the description before I started the show. I updated tags before I started the show. And VIP Aaron did call me out yesterday and said, I thought you'd be showing up not inside your bathrobe. And I was like, yeah, I thought so too, but like life. And then I was like, that's also kind of a lame excuse. Just do it, Lindsay. Just change it. So here I am in all of my glory in a new frequency. Oh no. You guys, my phone's gonna die. Give me 1 second. Well, not die, but it's at 20%, so I wanna make sure I plug it in now. It feels very strange to not be in my bathrobe. I'm still wearing like little just like jogger shorts because I'm like, look, your girl's gonna stay comfy, but I figure to become unrecognizable, one must change. So there you have it. I have changed and I wanted to showcase that to all of you. And now the next step of the journey is one, I have transcended into a new frequency, right? Proven. Why? Because I did a lot of different changes. So the second that you make a bunch of different choices all in a row, you've instantly put yourself in a new frequency. In fact, anytime you make a new choice, you're in a new frequency. The next test, the next can I stay in this frequency will be to do it consistently. And then the next thing will be, did it actually work? Did it make a difference? Like, did anybody care? Did I gain more watch hours? Did I gain more subscribers on YouTube? Did I gain more viewers? Do people want to listen to me on TikTok more because I'm in a white t-shirt today and maybe a black one tomorrow? I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, geez, now I have to think about what to wear before I even go live. But that's okay. A white t-shirt is always a good choice in my opinion. I think I could wear a white t-shirt, a different one every day, obviously, different denim every day and a different pair of heels or sandals, something with a heel, and I would feel like a new woman every single day. That's me. Maria says, good morning, Maria. I noticed no robe. You look great. Well, thank you for that. Welcome to the show. All right, let me get caught up with the comments, you guys. Good morning, VIP Deborah. Welcome to the show. Thank you for the gifts and the rose. And the panda hug. VIP Catherine says, yes, so proud of you. Well, thank you for that. I'm proud of me too. In fact, I did say I was proud of me earlier when I was getting ready in the mirror. I was like, Lindsay, I'm really proud of you. You're being flexible. You're being adaptable. You're growing. You're evolving. It's not uncomfortable for me to be sitting here in a t-shirt. I really don't care. I just like my cozy bathrobe in the morning. Like, who wants to get dressed before they have to, really, right? So there's that. Sarah says on YouTube, love how you walk the talk. Thanks. Go on, my friend Sarah. Well, thanks for giving me the little nudge. And then I thought to myself, I couldn't have done it without them. I couldn't have done it without you, Sarah, and I couldn't have done it without you, Aaron. And then I thought, is that really the right phrase? Because I can. I mean, I did it by myself, right? I made the thumbnails, I put the description, put the title, changed into a t-shirt. So I think the better option is I wouldn't maybe have done it without you. Sometimes you need a little nudge in the right direction from somebody. And then if you get the nudge and you're like me and you make some excuses for the nudge, then you need to sit with yourself and think, why did I make that weird excuse? Like, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? This isn't in the middle and that's bothering me. So let me just like tap my perfectionist tendencies in for a second. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, you guys, let's get going with the show. You started getting ready in the morning before the show a while ago as a good first step. Yeah, that's true. I started with like no makeup, just like rolling out of bed, morning show. Then it became getting up, getting my steps in, showering before the morning show. Now it's getting my steps in, having the thumbnail, the title, the description, the tags on YouTube ready. It's me being a little bit more prepared, I guess, ready, if you want to call it being dressed, I suppose. I wouldn't leave the house in that bathrobe, so I'm ready for the day. Well, I don't know if I would go out in I don't like to do errands or anything like athletic or anything non-athletic in like athletic gear. I don't know, you guys. I have some weird things. I like to be ready for the experience and the moment. I like to be dressed for it or overdressed for it. Because sometimes you got to just be overdressed and you got to be that girl, right? You got to be that girl. All right, you guys, let's start with the show. Today we're talking about 10 life-changing habits from our buddy Jim Rohn. You guys know we're inside the Cosmic Collective. You're going through a 6-month transformation. We're on month 3, so congratulations. How freaking powerful. Some of you are really changing your lives. It's really beautiful to watch unfold. I'm right there with you doing the damn thing too, so it's been a journey, right? It's been a journey so far, and we're not even halfway done. And think about how much you've accomplished already. So Jim Rohn taught us we can change our lives in 6 months. He's going to teach us 10 habits today that we can do every single day. By the way, they're brief, they're easy. Some of you are already doing all of them anyway. but just mindfulness around them, I guess. And our buddy Simon Sinek says you can become unrecognizable in 7 days. So all of these leaders are sharing this information. I have to believe it, right? Sometimes, like, for me, like, the proof isn't in the pudding. I really don't care. If somebody that is really brilliant and is ahead of me in life and says, this is what I did, I'm just going to straight listen. I don't have any qualms about it. I'm like, okay, tell me more. Like, what else did you do? Tell me the weird things. Like, you talk to your plant every day. Did you do that too? Like, I talk to my plants every day. I do. My girlies. All right. All right. VIP Catherine says, I can do anything, but sometimes someone needs to shove me off the edge of the high dive. LOL. You're like, I don't need a nudge. I need a push, a big push, like shove. Let's see. VIP Jules says to Aaron, I laugh with you, or Catherine, I will laugh with you because same. VIP Aaron says, a year ago, the robe was what you were really in. Recently, you had have leveled up your mornings. Yeah, that's true. Like, energetically, I was like cozy, comfy. I was like, I'm not into like the morning routine yet. Throughout my time on, interestingly enough, my TikTok live journey, I have found myself becoming more disciplined simply by going live on TikTok. Isn't that so interesting? You don't have to do something extraordinary every day, but you can do small extraordinary things like for 10 minutes or an hour, and it will change your whole reality. All right. I even made my coffee 8 minutes early today, you guys, because I was like, I want to be able to sit down and sip my coffee without it burning my tongue. You know, usually I have to wait because I make it right before the show. So like, look at me go. Transcended into a whole new frequency. Now, the beautiful part is you guys get to watch it unfold. You get to see, like, does it work? What's the data that was collected? So time will tell, right? It's day one. We've got to give ourselves a little bit of time. Jim reminds us of that. Mel L is in the house. Good morning, VIP Mel L. VIP Deborah says on YouTube and on TikTok, I love all of us girls. We are so very powerful. We are. If you are new here, please say hello. VIP Jamie's in the house. Good morning, Jamie. How are you, my friend? Here for it. VIP Jewel says, go girl, go. Good morning. All right, let's go, you guys. Let's get started. Remember that any choice you make that is new is shifting you into a new frequency. That's the power of choice, right? It's the power of choice. And any choice that you accidentally made that shifted you into the frequency that, or the reality that you didn't want, well, whatever, who cares? Make a new choice, start it today. You have the power today, make a new choice. You can declare out to the universe, God, source, universe, creator, God, source, universe, creator, this reality is shit. In fact, why did I even create it? I don't know. I was in a weird space back then. Now, my new energy, this is what I'm creating, and so please help me start to make new choices. You can always ask God, source, universe, creator for help on new choices. Help me make new choices, the choices that are supportive of my long-term goals and efforts. Jim will remind you here today that anything worth having takes time and consistency and effort. And in fact, by the time you get it, it's not that you really wanted that. I think you wanted the energy of, right? Like, are my 39.2 thousand followers so amazing? Yes. Am I so grateful for them? Heck yes. Heck yes. But the excitement has become who I've become in the process, right? And that's very exciting. VIP Jules says, I needed to hear this today too, been feeling stuck this week. Make a new choice, VIP Jules. Release the idea that you're stuck. I look beautiful. Thank you, VIP Jamie. Is it because I'm not wearing a bathrobe? Everything else is the same. See? Already, boom. Data's collected. VIP Brenda, thank you for the heart puffs. Yes, VIP Brenda says. All right, let's go, you guys. So Jim Rohn, 10 Small Habits to Change Your Life. Jim Rohn is a motivational speaker. I'm sure he's written some books. I don't know them off the top of my head. Should I Google them real quick? Oh, okay. Jim Rohn books. I'm sure he's written some books. Of course he has. He's written the books. Oh my, he's written a lot of books. 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness, The Art of Exceptional Living, 12 Pillars, 5 Major Pieces to the Life Puzzle. Holy cow, I'm not going to read all of them. This man is a writing machine. I love it. I love it. Okay. So he knows his stuff, you guys. He's not playing. VIP Jamie says, it really is the white shirt. Plus, it looks like you got a hair trim. I didn't, but you want to know what I did? I stopped curling my hair in the spiral for the... So you guys, I'll admit, I cut these layers and they're awful. They're very choppy and not good. So, and I can't quite figure out how to do it properly. Even after watching lots of YouTube videos, my hands don't twist in that way. So I really do need somebody to sit down and like do it for me, but I will not let anyone in this city touch my hair. Sorry, I've had 2 poor experiences and like it just is what it is. And my hair is very near and dear to me. So with that being said, I've been curling my little layers to kind of just give it a little bit of like, don't notice that these are really choppy. But now I've been straightening them because I kind of just don't care at this point, and I like that the way they're like hitting like this, and I feel like kind of like a baddie. I don't know, you guys. And people seem to like it. People seem to like it. So anyway, there's that. Maybe I can just see the bottom of your hair. Yeah, maybe. I'm sitting up straighter. I feel like I have to sit up straighter now because I'm not in my robe, so I can't be all slouchy. VIP, Jamie says, maybe, okay, good. I saw that. I think I read 12 Pillars. I think I did too. I read one several years ago. Hey, VIP Air says, about the hair cutting, are you done with the vlog experiment? Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done with it because ultimately at the end of the day, I can find magic in every single moment in my life, but it's not very profound, and I was finding myself not really excited about making those videos because I think you'll listen and you'll be like, what was so exciting about that? Unless you're living it and you're in the energy of seeing the world through my lens, perhaps it's a little bit boring. And I think that's what was kind of happening. I don't really want to be boring. I mean, I feel like whatever if you think I'm boring, but... VIP Jamie says, I'm on the way to my hair lady now. I'm chopping it. I think yours looks great. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see the new do. VIP Deborah says, I still love it. Beautiful. Thank you. Maybe ask your man to help. Yeah, I did. And he was like, he tried his best, but it's not his strong suit either. Number 1 through 7 for the 10 things. All right. VIP Deborah says, let's get this show on the road. Thank you, VIP Deborah, for that little nudge. I appreciate it. Number 1. Well, reminder, you guys, he says, Jim Rohn says, the little habits and choices we make every day are the ones that will change our lives. The small habits that we deem insignificant compound over time. Compound interest is a powerful thing. If you understand a little bit of math, you put $1 in the bank, you have compound interest, you get a couple bucks. Okay, that's a lie. You get like 5 cents back, and then it stays there, and then next time you get 10 cents, and it stays there, and the next time you get 20 cents, and it goes, and it goes, and then it eventually becomes exponential, right? Over time. Over time. So that's basically how they explain these 10 small habits. And he says the beauty of little habits is that they don't require big shifts, right? In my mind, I made this a big shift. I made it like, okay, I have to do my thumbnails and I have to do my description and I have to do the title. But realistically, what I did, you guys, and I should have shared this with you. Yesterday, I sat down for 1 hour and I started updating some of my titles and thumbnails and descriptions of past lives on YouTube. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to create a process and a system in my head and in my body. I wanted to like connect the dots. I wanted to be like, okay, think creatively, create the thumbnail, make a couple of templates creatively, quickly, boom, boom, boom. And I did it like 6 or 7 times on a few videos over and over again. So I could create that like path in my brain and in my hands. So when I sat down this morning, it took me about 10 minutes. And that's because it was morning 1. I was like, oh, you know, get it right in the system. But like if you just sit down and do something consistently for like an hour or 2, you can really get it going in your brain so that the next time you sit down to do it, you're already aware. You're already kind of like knowing the process. You're already like in a relationship with that path, right? Does that resonate? I hope so. He says the beauty of the little habits is it doesn't require some big shift to your routine. You can start today right now where you are. I took off the robe. I put on the white t-shirt. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know yet. Time will tell. Time will tell. All right, he says step 1 is reading. Step 1 is reading. You guys, when you hear these 10 powerful habits, you're going to think, really? Some of them you're going to be like, really? But hey, listen, if this man who's written already like 20 books, is a super well-known motivational speaker, is living his best life, tells me to do these things, I'm going to listen. I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. He says reading, one of the most powerful habits you can create. But he says you must read with a purpose to expand your mind. Don't just read fluff. Now, sometimes we need to rest, and we'll talk about that later in the show. And that's when you read the fiction novel and the whatever. But when you're reading, he's saying read with a purpose. Read things that expand your mind. Now, you could read fiction books that involve like cultural dilemmas and like stuff at like kind of worldly ideas, and that would still be mind expanding, right? Even though they're fiction books. So be mindful here. He says, what you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. Most people are hungry for success, he says, but they aren't feeding their minds the nutrients that it needs because success requires a sharp mind. Let me get caught up with the comments. Mel L says, Joe Dispenza talks about this in his book, Becoming Supernatural, reading that book now. Yeah, that's a really good book. All of Dr. Joe's books are really phenomenal. That's where I started my spiritual journey too, is with Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Some people, there's like a whole thing, like fan club, they call him Daddy Joe. I don't know about that, but okay. VIP Deborah says, I've never read so much in my life since I met you guys. It's beautiful. It's wonderful for me to read. Aw, VIP Deborah, I love that for you. Keep practicing. Keep going. My fear with these white shirts is that I'm going to like splash my coffee. I shouldn't say that and put it into existence. I'll be mindful. I'll be careful. Okay. He says, Jim Rohn says, success requires a sharp mind, one that is constantly growing, learning, and stretching. And the easiest way to feed this mind is through reading over time. He says, over time, knowledge compounds just like interest. But you must be mindful about what you read, which I just spoke about. Choose books that make you think. And the ideas you let into your mind will shape your future. Now, of course, everybody knows this. The ideas that you let into your mind will shape your future. Well, think about it. The ideas that your parents taught you when you were little, have they shaped your future? For a long time, I was living paycheck to paycheck, very struggling with money, kind of almost hated money in a sense, like wanted it, but hated it, like love-hate relationship, because the ideas that I let into my mind as a child, unknowing to me, were all about how we never had enough money. My mom told me we never have enough money. And that was actually a lie. In her mind, maybe she believed that, and I think still a little bit she does. But when I look back on my childhood, they always seemed to make it work. I didn't feel like I was missing out on much in life. But I was raised with that limiting belief that we never have enough. And so for a long time, I had to reprogram myself to the proper money mindset so that I could actually expand my life. And not just expand my life, but of course, expand everybody's life through my money and also through my gifts and talents. So, Daddy, Joe, and Grandpa Bob, family, I know, right? VIP Mellow, I was thinking that. I was like, and Grandma Dolores, don't forget Grandma. Grandma's in there too, okay? We might as well add Abraham Hicks in there too. Why do I keep forgetting her name? Esther. I don't know if Esther is like old enough to be a grandma. We could call her Mama Esther. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. He says number 2, so number 1, reading. Number 2, he says journal daily. He says, write down your thoughts, goals, and dreams. Your thoughts on paper become more real, and it gives you a sense of control. I thought, oh, that's interesting. It gives you a sense of control. I never thought about it like that. Inside of the Cosmic Collective, for those of you that are doing the 6-month transformation, you've been writing down your goals every day, haven't you? I have. Well, I will say I missed like a couple of days, but I have, right? Here they are in all their glory. I can't flip all the pages, but you get the point, right? I've been doing it. Are you writing down your goals? Aunt Esther, there you go. Auntie Esther, yeah. We do Auntie in my family, so Auntie Esther, I love that. That's perfect. Writing down your goals. He says that you can see the idea or the problem for what it is when you write down your goals, your thoughts, and your dreams. And he says writing things down is like giving your mind a breath of fresh air. It helps you track your progress, creating a record of your journey, and it's empowering to look back on your accomplishments. I think that's the coolest part, right? Because a lot of people say, document your journey. And I think it's kind of beautiful, right? Because, I mean, you guys can go back, like VIP Aaron went back to my 2022 videos and it's like, oh gosh, cringe. Like, please don't look at that. But also please look at it because it showcases my own transformation within my life. And if I'm declaring to you listening that I can transform your life, then wouldn't it be appropriate for me to showcase my own, right? So as much as sometimes you want to delete those old posts or you want to, not document your thoughts and your feelings, getting things off your mind, which we talked about yesterday, it helps like release the mental exhaustion that some people have in their brains. Like, what is anxiety other than you just like ruminating over the same fearful thought over and over and over and over again? One that won't come true, but if you keep thinking it, it becomes a belief and then eventually it will. So that sucks. Like, don't do that. Put your thoughts on paper, even if they're crappy thoughts, just get them out of your brain. Right? And if they're crappy thoughts, ones that you want to release out of your brain and then off the paper, just rip that shit up, put it in the trash. Who cares? Like, that is like indicative enough energetically of like, I needed this off my brain, God, source, universe, creator, but I don't believe it. I just need it off my brain and I want to get rid of it. Right? So don't trip on like negative thoughts, but also don't ruminate on them either. And don't mentally exhaust yourself. Because a lot of the times, like, Specifically, like my partner, he comes home and I'm like, are you tired? And he's like, I'm not physically tired, but like I'm mentally drained. And I'm like, yeah, because all day you're making choices, you're directing, you're guiding, you're delegating, you're reading, you're working, blah, blah. I get that. I'm creatively drained by the end of the day. Like a new thought can't come out of my mind. Some days, last night we went to dinner, we just sat there in silence. I was like, are you enjoying your meal? He's like, yes. I'm like, sorry, I can't talk. And he's like, that's okay. I was like, okay, good. Right? Sometimes you have those days, you're just tired. So let it be what it is. Release the thoughts onto your paper. All right. Let's see. VIP Jewel says, yes, I am. Yes. You're tracking your goals. I was like, yes, you're doing what? VIP Deborah says, memories are sometimes good to look for lessons out of them. You may not even know that you learned. Yeah, so for those of you inside the Cosmic Collective, I don't know if you guys looked at May's lesson, but it's about connecting the dots backwards. It's so you can gain empowerment, right? If I had never done this, then I would have never done that, and then I would have never done that. And all of those things that I did required bravery, courage, like this like blind faith. I just jumped and it worked, right? So I hope you're doing the lessons inside of Teachable. That's a big part of the Cosmic Collective, right? Is your own energetic growth through those lessons. Sarah says, to VIP Deborah, love all of us to the team spirit of Spirit Team. Exponential ripple effect of confirmations within confirmations fosters momentum. Aligned use of force. Mitigation of resistance. Thanks. Yeah, so well said. So well said. Synergy. The power of group energy. Jim says at the very end, he says number 10 is choose your environment and choose your people wisely. I mean, I just gave it away, but whatever. We can keep going. All right, so number 1 is read. Number 2, journal daily. Pretty simple so far. Number 3, set your goals. I used to be really afraid of setting my goals back in the day because then I was like, well, if I set them and I don't achieve them, then I failed. I mean, valid, but also like, what is failure? Now, I think the only thing that is a failure is if I never actually try. Any other time I'm doing something that I'm trying, putting in effort, and maybe just the results aren't what I wanted, to me, that's not a failure because I tried. So as long as I'm trying, I'm winning. And so Jim says, set your goals. He says, no goals is like a ship without a sail. He says, you're moving, but you're drifting along, allowing the wind to kind of guide you and take you in any direction. And that's so true. You're kind of just like, right? If you don't like the word goals, put the word intentions and set your intentions and write them every day. But he says you have to be specific. He says vague goals equals vague results, right? So for example, it's like lose weight and then you lost 1 pound and you're upset. And it's like, well, your goal was to lose weight and you lost 1 pound. Like, what do you really want? You want to lose 20 pounds? Then write it, lose 20 pounds. That's my goal. And write it down every single day. That's my intention. Why every single day? Because then he says your mind has something to focus on. And he says he promises that when the mind has something to focus on, the mind will do everything in its power to make it work for you. And I thought, well, hell yeah, I better be writing. I'm writing down these goals, you guys. You guys know inside the Cosmic Collective some of my goals, and I'm working on those, and they're coming true, right? They're coming true. Will they come true in 6 months? I don't know. That's really not my place to tell. All I know is that they're coming true. They're well on the way. Every single day, I get better and better. Every single day, the numbers increase and all the other goals, right? VIP Mel says your brain literally has a decision-making limit. Yep, that's why it's super important. That's why, like I say, like I could wear white tee, jeans, and a pair of heels every day because that's like an easy decision. Tee, denim, heels. Tee, denim, heels. Right? That's why, what's his face? Steve Jobs used to wear the same outfit every single day. That's why a lot of people, like, they're very mindful around this. And that's why prioritizing your, like, must do the first thing in the morning, the hardest thing the first thing in the morning is super important. Like, are you really going to go to the gym after you do everything and take care of your kids and clean your house and make dinner at 9 o'clock at night? No. Probably not. Like, be realistic with yourself. That's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be realistic. The black shirt, VIP Mel Al says, yep, you got it. You know it. All right. Let's keep going. He says, with a target in mind, you stop wasting time on things that don't really matter. How often are you doing something that does not really matter? I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow because you think it matters, but it doesn't. For example, if your goal is, I don't know, Say your goal is to start your website. You want to build a website. VIP Sarah, this has nothing to do with you. I'm just trying to think of something very tangible. You want to build a website. That's your goal. So you spend a lot of time on YouTube researching like the right fonts, and you're figuring out the colors and all this, rather than just simply starting to put the words onto the website. Like step 1, get a hosting platform. Step 2, where are you building your website? Step 3, start putting the words on the website. You can do all the formatting later, right? Now sometimes it's good to have a vision so that you don't have to redo a bunch of stuff all the time. But it's like, what are you spending your time on? This was actually powerful for me when I realized that sometimes I was learning things just for the sake of it, and it was not like I wasn't doing anything with the knowledge. So people say knowledge is power, and I would say no, that's not really accurate. Knowledge isn't necessarily power. Knowledge that you implement in your life is power. But if you're just reading and reading, and it's like self-help book after self-help book, and they're saying journal, they're saying set your goals, and you're just ignoring it, then you're just reading, right? So being mindful around wasting time is important. Especially because, you know, we only have 24 hours in the day. I don't believe that. I think that we have tons of hours in the day. We can create flow state, we can tap in, and we can get tons done. But if you live by the clock, then you've got 24 hours in a day, right? He says goal set every single day. Wake up and ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish today? And he says, you can ask yourself, what is one thing, just one, not 50, just one, that if you accomplish today would make a difference in your life. What is it? So those are some good questions to ask yourself. He says, write it down in your journal, and now your mind has something to focus on. Step 4 is exercise. He says we must move our bodies, one of the most important habits to create, because it sharpens your mind, it boosts your mood, it increases your energy. And when you exercise, your body is strong, and you're telling yourself, I'm alive, I'm capable, I'm strong. And he says that mindset will carry over into everything you do. He says having a strong mind and body equals handling stress better. So he says don't like go to the gym once a week and like burn out. He says just do a 20-minute walk, do some light stretching, maybe do some like 10 minutes of weightlifting, right? And do it consistently. And at the end of the day, every single powerful person will tell you the one word that changed their lives, or the one thing they did to change their lives, was stay consistent. I mean, I've listened to all these people at this point. I've listened to them, I've studied them, I share what I've learned with you guys, I've implemented it into my life. And like, if you can just get cool with the word consistency and tap in, God, source, universe, creator, help me stay consistent. You will win. Win, like capital letters, underline, bold, extra bold, win. Sarah says, sometimes it's okay to be realistic. Yeah, sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. Sometimes when you have to be, right? Sometimes when it's like an honoring of the energy kind of a vibe. Number 5 is gratitude. Number 5 is gratitude. He says what you focus on expands. So when you focus on the good, you will expand your life. This is very obvious. For those people that ask me, well, how do I stop being so negative? The first thing I will tell you to do is gratitude journal every single day. Why? Because you have to break free from your thought loop. And a negative thought loop is a tricky one to break free from. And the one way that you can start to break free from it today, right now, is to write down what you're grateful for now and look back to yesterday and pick at least one good thing that happened yesterday. Why? Because now you're not just linearly looking from today and forward. You're going back and you're breaking the loop. It's so simple. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that's so simple that people don't listen. In fact, all of life is very simple, but everyone wants to make it so challenging. I think why? Because then you're like, oh my gosh, it was so hard and I did XYZ and I made it, right? It's a better story when it's like so hard. It was so hard and I did it, I overcame it. Maybe you feel better from an ego perspective to overcome something hard rather than just do something simple. I don't know. I'm not saying you, I'm just saying like humans in general. Like I'm trying to understand the psychology of it, right? All right. He says practicing gratitude will actually reprogram your brain. I know that because I successfully did it for myself. And he says when you do that, you start to see opportunity and abundance in everything. And once you start to see abundance in everything, you recognize that the world is in fact abundant for all, which means money is in fact for everybody. And there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? shortage of it, right? No shortage of it. You just have to go out and get it, take action. There's that part. Oh, I have to do something to get that money? Damn it. Ah, shit. VIP Jewel says, to make it true, I was just telling my friend on Sunday that I buy the same thing in different colors, and she asked why, and I said, who has time to think about anything else? VIP Aaron says, that was me. For what, VIP Aaron? VIP Deborah says, that burns your brains out, and you're not going toward your achievement for the future. Oh, yeah, to just be like, oh, reading and collecting information. Yeah, and then you mentally exhaust yourself. Like, that is mental exhaustion right there. Just have to just rein it in. I know that I want to know a bunch of things, but I also know that I don't need to know all of these things. Sometimes it's enough to just listen to a quick YouTube video. Do I need to read the whole book? Oftentimes, no. Like, realistically. Sometimes, yes. I was reading a book the other day, and it was like 100 and some, oh gosh, what is the book? Don't tell me it's a Jim Rohn book. There's a book I read, and it was like 500 pages of like how to change your life. And I'm like, nobody even has time to read this book. The whole book. Like, realistically. Nobody has time to read the whole book. But you want me to sit here and read this whole book and then implement and remember everything I just read and implement it in my life? Like, be for real. What? It was wild. I mean, I read it. Did it change my life? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe in some parts. Good morning, Lala. VIP Deborah says, when you have too many goals, not working toward them. Yeah, pick one. Start off with one goal, by the way. You got to get, first, just build that consistency muscle. If you're somebody who does not have consistency in your life, you've got to build the muscle, just like you cultivate faith, you cultivate trust, respect. All these things are earned, right? So earn your consistency. Pick one thing, 10 minutes a day, do it. That's why we built the system in February. So if you guys need to go back, especially Cosmic Collective people that are transforming, my transformers, can I call you guys that? My transformer girly pops. If you need to go back to the systems lesson in February, please do that so that you can actually use the next we have about 3 months and 3 weeks. Wait, is that right? No, we have, sorry, June, July, August, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months and 3 weeks. And then we're going to have some sort of like celebration. Some Zoom celebration or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. All right. Number 6 is rest. I love that he included this, rest. He says, without rest and recovery, you burn out, obviously. He says our minds and bodies need time to process, recharge, and heal. And avoiding rest actually limits your potential. How many times are you like trying to kick out that last hour of work and you're so tired that nothing is going right? Sentences aren't forming, your typing is off, the printer no longer works, like something is just, it's not working. That's the moment you say, you know what? Tomorrow is a new day. And the computer's still gonna be here. And so you step away and you get some rest, and you wake up super refreshed, and you come back to your work, and wham bam, you're done in like 10 minutes that you struggled for an hour the night before. That's so common. One of the greatest gifts you'll learn in your spiritual journey is honoring your energy. Honoring fully your energy the best you can all the time. Because that is the only way that I know, and of course meditating daily, to get into a real flow state. You cannot get into flow state if you're at 98% like alive and 2% like exhausted. Flow state is I'm 100% alive, I'm tapped in, I'm connected, and how did you get there? By resting when you needed to and being productive and creative when you could. It's rather simple, but once again, humans want to, argue and make it complicated. VIP Deborah says, I love all of this information, so do I. VIP Jamie says, that's where I am. Good morning, Lala. VIP Mel says, load it into AI and get the summary. Amen, girlfriend. I don't have time to read it all. More than meets the eye, VIP Jewel says. I don't know what you mean for that. Lala says, yes, my computer crashes right before the last patient leaves. Yeah, your computer's like, girl, we're tired. Can we take a rest already? You guys, rest isn't just sleeping at night, right? Rest is stepping away from the computer when your eyes start to hurt. Rest is taking a walk and getting some sunlight in the middle of the afternoon on your lunch break to get away from your coworkers and the annoying thoughts in your brain about the job that you hate. Like, sorry, I was just going into like a flashback moment. I might have some PTSD or something. That's not, I shouldn't joke about that. But you guys, I'm just being silly. But truly, like, we need to rest. He says it gives yourself time to let your mind wander, dream, and relax. And he says, plus the best ideas come when we're relaxing. That's why most people are like, oh, I thought of it in the shower. And it's like in the shower, and it's like not that you were thinking about that in the shower. You were washing your body, you were scrubbing your hair, whatever else you're doing, and it just came to you because you were relaxed. You're kind of just in this autopilot, take a shower mode, right? He says at the end of the day, it's not about how hard you work, it's about how smart you do, which includes knowing when to step away so you can come back stronger and more creative. Number 6 is giving, you guys. He says we need to give. It changes your life and it changes the lives of those around you. The more you give, the more you receive. You guys, everybody knows at this point, karma is real. What you put out, you get back. The law of karma. The law of compensation, you reap what you sow. The universe rewards your work effort. This doesn't mean physical, laborious work. It means I've energetic, the invisible work. I've set the energetic foundation. I'm standing in my highest vibration. Even when times are tough, I'm finding the positive. I'm looking for the silver lining. The universe rewards that effort. And of course, the action, law of action says we must take action towards our dreams and goals, right? So Jim says it's basically a universal law. And he says you don't have to give money. You can give time, kindness, ideas, encouragement, support, creativity. You can give your knowledge. And he says, give without expecting in return, and when you do, this creates a sense of fulfillment that is unmatched by anything else. You cannot create this sense of fulfillment any other way. I feel very fulfilled after these TikTok and YouTube lives. Sometimes I receive a new client in the Cosmic Collective. Sometimes I receive a new order for an astrology report. I receive gifts and collaboration and conversation. And I'm giving knowledge. I'm giving my energy and my time. And I don't expect anything in return. Is it nice? Yeah, of course. I love a nice energetic exchange. But at the end of the day, when I started, nobody was listening, right? And I was still doing it because I liked it. It felt good. He says, don't forget to give to yourself too, to give to yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup. He says the universe knows when you are creating value and you will be rewarded for it. That's totally true. Right? What impact are you making? What value do you bring, right? So even if you're working for a corporation, make yourself invaluable. Be the person that is the subject matter expert, the SME, if you will. Right? Become the expert in something, become the motivator, become the person that everybody goes to for something, whatever. Make yourself invaluable. So that when layoffs come around, which they always do, you're not the one that's out. Number 8 is listen. He says, listening is a skill that can change your interactions with everyone around you. It shows respect to the other person and that you value their thoughts and opinions. And it also builds trust. When you really pay attention, when you give your full attention, when you pay attention, it earns trust, it earns respect. And he says you must work, though. It's kind of work or effort to be fully present and to understand rather than simply hearing. He says, but once you do, it becomes a superpower because you can hear what people are actually saying from the vibrations of their words. It's one of my superpowers I share with you guys often. When somebody says something to me, I know instantly if it's a real, honest to goodness truth or belief, if it's something they're saying out of frustration, if they're saying words and the energy is like, these are the words coming out, but this is not how I feel. Like, that's a superpower. Once you have that superpower, forget it. You can relate to anybody and you can help anybody. How does that help you? Well, we just learned that the more you give, the more you receive, right? The more you give, the more you receive. He says once you do this, once you figure this out, people will open up to you more, they'll trust you more, they'll value you more, they'll value your opinion more because you've given them your attention. And when you do this, you also become wiser and more understanding. And then when you're wiser, you more easily help create your reality. You create your reality faster, right? Transformers VIP Jewel says it's part of their theme song, LOL. Oh, Transformers, my Transformer girly pops. Lala says, I felt the same way as you over the weekend. I was exhausted. Yeah, I was really exhausted, but I feel better now. Lala says, agree, love giving and helping when I can. It's going to be the best day of my life is on repeat in my car from your playlist. I also like momentum. Yeah, I love momentum. Feel the momentum. I'm feeling momentum. I know my energy, it never dies. I am making history and peace of mind. Da, 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 da. I manifested, so I know it's mine, right? Feel the momentum. Number 9 is patience. Number 9, Jim says you need patience. It's a habit that will change your life. You want everything now, but anything worth having takes time, effort, and patience. We all know that. It's the climb, right? Good old Miley, she tells us about it. She says, it's the climb. I actually don't really like that song. I don't know where that came from. It's on one of my playlists for the Manifesting Club, but I never play it. I should just delete it off my phone, on my Apple Music. He says, when you cultivate the habit of patience, life becomes less stressful and more enjoyable. He says, most people quit too soon. He says, successful people are willing to wait, and they understand that best things don't happen overnight. He says they trust the process. So even when you don't see immediate progress, energetically, you know that the universe is working for you. Especially if you wrote down your goals and you declared your goals and you're taking consistent action, you know you're going to get what you want. You just know. It's a rule. It's a law. Now, you have to kind of believe that law, right? You have to say, okay, I believe this law. I believe that if I'm consistent, I will get what I want. How do you decide that you're going to believe that other than listening to me tell you all of the time? You start mantraing it. I always get what I want. I know my consistency will get me what I want. You create some mantras that are good for you. But also start reading success stories of people that have, if you want millions of dollars, go read the autobiographies of millionaires. If you want a successful startup business in some sort of specific niche, go read about those people. Why? Because hidden within the text, you will always discover a theme, and that theme is consistency. Some of them won't flat out say it. They might not say, I was consistent every day and that's why I won. They might not say that, but the story alludes to that. So you can deduct that consistency is the key ingredient to all things that you desire in your life. Look at me using these words. All right. He says that he says patient means being consistent and trusting, Shift your mindset to the long game, right? Too often we're making decisions for short-term satisfaction versus long-term results. And realize that great things do take time. The work you're doing now must pay off in the future. Celebrate the small wins so that you feel motivated to continue on. You got to believe it to see it, right? Believe it to see it. I believe my consistency will pay off. When it starts to pay off, celebrate that small win. Keep yourself motivated and then keep going, right? Keep going. Don't self-sabotage. He says patience is a superpower that once mastered, you have mastered the art of staying calm, focused, and committed, which is so true. I mean, once you find your patience, you find your discipline. They kind of go hand in hand. And then for sure, like nobody can stop you. You are unstoppable. You are a force, an energetic force that's forward moving, right? Lala says, I'm so thankful you're doing this for us. Well, I'm so thankful you're here, Lala. Especially now inside the Cosmic Collective, girl. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to like hang out with you more. Not work out with you more, but work with you more. VIP Deborah says, true, and just believe and wait for it. Amen to that. VIP Brenda says, I've been consistent for the past year or so, and I can finally see that. I almost gave up. Yeah. I almost gave up like a billion times. My man was like, don't give up. Stop. Don't give up. Like, what are you doing? Don't give up. And I was like, oh, I want to give up. I want to cry. I want to scream. I want to give up. I'm going to go get a job. I'm going to go sell my soul to the corporations. But I didn't. Nothing against anybody that did, right? I used to be on that path. But the path wasn't for me because always in my heart, I wanted to be a business owner. Always in my heart. And if I wasn't going to be a business owner, I was going to be the CEO. So basically, what's the difference, right? What's the difference? You could be a founder, CEO, and there you go. Now I've got to be not only a business owner, but the CEO and the founder. So now where am I at? Look at me go. Check, 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 right? So nothing against it, because for some people that's what they like, and that's cool. Not everybody's going to like what I like. That's okay. VIP Brenda says, I almost just said those. I just said those words the other day. Nope. VIP Brenda Deborah, I didn't say number 10 yet. Number 10 is spend time with the right people. Number 10 at 10 o'clock, perfect. Look at that. Spend time with the right people. Everybody knows it, but you know to spend time with the right people, but you're still choosing to hang out with like lame people. Now, I'm not trying to say people are lame because I love all humans, but some people are making choices that keep them in an average lifestyle. And if you want to be extraordinary, you have to start hanging out with people that are making extraordinary choices and taking extraordinary action. He says, spending time with negative, small-minded people is going to be a very extreme challenge for you to overcome, no matter how strong your willpower is. Because you're battling that energy every single day. Stop. Stop talking to your friend that always has something to complain about. Or, if you don't want to stop talking to your friend, then don't stop talking to your friend. But why not say to your friend, hey, look, I want to be really forward with you as your friend. I'm on this spiritual journey, and things that you talk about are very negative and low vibrational, and I'm really working on changing my vocabulary and changing things I discuss. So would it be okay if you help me stay accountable? And if your friend is like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that, thank you, then cool, now you and your friend are growing together. If your friend is like pissed off and triggered by what you said, like maybe talk to your friend less. Like, relationships aren't meant to be forever and ever and ever. Energetically, we're all connected all the time anyway. So from a physical perspective, sometimes they ebb and flow. People come into your life, out of your life, back into your life. Allow it to be. Like, holding on and gripping onto things so tightly, they fall through your fingers anyway, number one. And number two, some people you're gripping onto are not the people for you. Like, you gotta let them go so the better people can come. It just is what it is, you guys. You don't have to overthink it or make it a big deal. People have stopped being my friend. Can you believe that? Who cares? It was nice while it lasted. Like, thanks, it was my work buddy here, it was my gym partner there. It was good. But then I grew and they grew and we grew in different directions, and that's okay. It's okay. Allow it to be what it is. He says it's not always easy to make a choice to change environments because some of these people you've known your entire life. Facts. Everybody has that person they've known their whole life, whether it's a parent, a sibling, whoever, and you're just like, geez, oh. Right? That's where boundaries come in. That's where changing topics comes in. That's where saying, respectfully, I'm going to leave the room because I'm not interested in conversating with you about this anymore. You can love people. You can love all people, but you don't have to entertain all people. You don't have to converse with all people. You don't have to share your energy with all people. You don't have to. But you can still love humanity. That's okay. It's a both and, it's not an either or. So many people are living in this life of either or. I'm either going to be the CEO or the founder. Well, I'm both, okay? I'm either going to be a really good mom or I'm going to be a really good boss. Well, you can be both. I'm either going to be, I don't know, you guys, like anything. I'm either going to only focus on my art or become a tech wizard. But you can do both. Like, stop limiting ourselves with this word or, right? Our buddy Jim Rohn goes on to say that the people on path of growth and self-improvement will help you reach your goals. They will encourage you when times get tough. He says, and they will celebrate your successes with you. So be the kind of person that lifts others up and encourages others to be their best selves. And this helps everybody grow. Sometimes it's not easy to clap for somebody that's winning and you're not. But if you clap for somebody who's winning, guess what? They're likely going to clap for you when you do win. And if they don't, then you know that that's not a person you want to spend time with. Right? Inside the Cosmic Collective, what are we doing? We're growing together. We are the type of people who, he says, help you reach your goals, check. Encourage you when times get tough, super check, right? We have that sometimes. I can't seem to get out of this loop. I keep going back to the old story. No, don't go back to the old story. You're better than that now. You're in a new frequency. Come on, girl. You got this, right? And who celebrate your successes with you. For sure, check. It's a beautiful place inside. And that's why we're all evolving together as a team, but as individuals as well. He says your environment will either pull you down or lift you up. And this is a moment where you can use the word or. Sarah says, use or wisely. Yes, use or wisely. But in this example, where you can be both and, you can't be in an environment that's going to pull you down and lift you up simultaneously. You can't live in faith and fear simultaneously. So you can't be both and in every example, but in a lot of things you can, and it's just a weird limiting belief and construct that you've put in your mind. All right. VIP Deborah says, they're all lessons, very rare that you hold on to friends for a long time. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, most of like the friends that I've had for a long time were low maintenance friends. Like, it's very obvious. Like, we tap in once a month or twice. I have one friend from high school who, when I first met her, like, couldn't stand her. Then we worked together in high school. And out of all my friends, like, even my best friends, she's still a friend. And my other friends, like, I don't ever see. That's normal. I have my soul sister, Raquel, who we've been friends for like 10 years. But the reason that our friendship remains so strong, if you're watching Raquel, hi, I love you, is because she's constantly growing with me. We're growing together. We started in a similar place, we're evolving together, and it's a beautiful relationship. And we're real with each other. We're like, girl, come on. Come on. Like, really? Lala says, this happened to me a lot. I would love to have a best friend, a real loyal, positive, fun person. Well, Lala, get into the Cosmic Collective. I know you're in there, but text, talk to people, right? And once you start joining our sessions, you'll see the experience. You'll feel the warmth and the welcome of the group, and you'll make lots of friends. In fact, you already entering into the group, I would say that the second you walk into the Cosmic Collective, it's instant friends. Why? Because you're there for the same reasons the other people are, which is to improve your life, grow, make more money, become a better person, whatever else you're hoping to do. VIP Deborah says, I'm going to be everything I can be for me and others, but in my way, my time. Yep, no rush. There's no rush in life, VIP Deborah. You've got this. VIP Catherine says, I've always been the cheerleader for anyone that's growing and being themselves. Yeah, VIP Catherine, maybe that is your superpower natural gift. Cheerleading, motivational speaker kind of vibes. That's me too. I've always been the cheerleader. Well, when I was living in my low vibration, it was less so, but still all typically motivational for people. But now that I'm in this frequency, of course, yeah, I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to always root you on, cheer you on. VIP Jules says, here to cheer my Cosmic Collective friends on through anything and everything. I love that, VIP Jules. Thanks for sharing that. All right. VIP Jules says, I have one super best friend that I've known since we were 5. She's my true soul sister. Ooh, I love that. That is so awesome. VIP Catherine says to Lala, you're amazing friends, let's connect. You're amazing friend, let's connect. I'll send you a DM. Yeah. Yeah, you guys connect. And inside the Cosmic Collective, the Discord is the place where you are going to recognize that you're not alone. Even though your journey is quite independent, you're not alone in your experiences. And maybe they're not exactly relatable, but they're relatable enough where other people are like, yeah, I know exactly how you feel. And just that alone is so super powerful. But then on top of it, it's like, I know how you feel, but like, this is how I moved through it. Okay, I'm going to try that. Okay, now all of a sudden I feel better. Okay, now I'm taking action toward creating my best life. Holy shit, I'm actually creating my best life. How did this happen? 2 months? What? Mic drop? That's what's happening inside. So if you are listening and you've just met me for the first time, or you're listening and you're like, I want to join that, I want to join that, do it. All you're doing is just like letting like time kind of... You want a bunch of friends, a bunch of new girlfriends? Hey girl, what are you waiting for? Let's go. All right, VIP Deborah says, Lala, you have all of us if you need us. Just ask, we're here for you. Yep, communication is key inside of the Discord. VIP Jules says to VIP Jamie, love that. I know how rare it is, so I have tons of appreciation for it. Oh, Jamie, I think I missed your comment. I have one of those too. Oh yeah, she says. VIP Jamie says, we actually didn't talk for almost a year, just started healing and connecting again. See? Healing is really helpful, right? For relationships. VIP Catherine says, it is my superpower. I've known that forever, but never thought about using it for more. VIP Catherine, maybe we're onto something. Maybe we need to do some creative brainstorming inside of the Discord for you, with you. Lala says, thank you ladies for a wonderful day. I'm looking forward to our first meeting in the collective. Yep, coming soon, Friday, 10 a.m. I will when I can be constant about showing up. Sonia says, all right, Sonia, VIP Sonia. It doesn't necessarily, I think the interesting part about the Cosmic Collective is what I think I should say is it's a space for you to have direct access to me, 1, but also to have the supportive community 2. And not that one, I'm number 1 and they're number 2. It's those things, right? It's the energetic lessons inside. So the work inside of the teachable course that I'm posting every month. It is a place to come and go as you please. However, if you are part of a community like that, energetically you are automatically connected, right? And so maybe the consistency is the struggle right now. And if you were to show up inside of the Cosmic Collective, that consistent struggle would release. So is it the cart before the horse, or is it the horse before the cart? Right? Only you know that, Sonia, but just as an example for everybody, or as kind of food for thought for everybody. All right, it's Friday, a general chat. I'll be driving on my way to kids' college. It is a spiritually lesson focused chat, a more kind of like, what are we doing? How are the transformations going? Did everybody connect the dots? Have you been doing the lessons? Have you even been doing lessons? That's only for you to know, and you don't have to show up and tell me. You don't have to out yourself if you haven't. But reminder that that's what they're there for, especially if you feel stuck or whatever. Oh, it's just a busy season at work, Sonia says. Okay, no worries. It's a mess in discussion, Jules says. Jules, you're cute. Okay, you guys. Jamie says, I'm here for you and I'm funny sometimes. You are funny, VIP Jamie, but I say that too. I'm funny sometimes. All right, let's go, you guys. I have so many questions for you, Erin, regarding colleges. There you go. Tap in inside the Cosmic Collective. VIP Catherine says to Jules, right? My birth chart, I think, indicates that motivational speaker would be a good fit. Catherine, yeah. Hi. Remind me, Scorpio rising. So, like, your power is in transformation. Leo sun. Are you a Leo sun? And Taurus moon? Taurus moon, so you're steady and stable in your emotions, right? So keep going with that work. And then Leo, expressive. You guys, I'm thinking of doing a series. Tell me yes or no. If I do this, it's going to be so, like, holy shit. It's going to be big. And it will take forever. And I still haven't finished my compatibility series, so I'll have to start after that. So that's a good goal. But I'm thinking to do a series of, like, sun, moon, rising combinations for people. But I feel like it's going to be like, maybe I'll do it as YouTube long form content, and I'll do some like little snippets on my TikTok. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then I'll tell people, if you want to watch the whole thing, go to my YouTube, because then it'll be less like demanding. Yeah, Catherine. Yeah, you're meant to be creative and self-expressive, right? So start expressing. Pick an avenue, pick a tool. Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Pick a tool. Maybe it's not social media, maybe it's some other venue. VIP Aaron says, can I just say the teacher in me loathes that teachable counts watching the replay as progress? It is progress because you're at least watching it. By the way, like, no, I'm not even going to share with you guys. I'm not going to say it. Okay, you guys, let's manifest. Joined. Rhonda, congratulations. Rhonda, good morning. Are you new here? Have you ever met me before? Welcome to the show and welcome to our Cosmic Collective. How exciting. Yes, ma'am, VIP Kendra says in public speaking is my forte. I taught it for a while. Did I post Libra yet? I can't find it and I can't get into Teachable. Whoa, I can't. Lala, you should have told me you can't get into Teachable. Okay, Lala, I'll send you an email. And as far as Libra, for what? The May horoscopes? I'm not going to post specific horoscopes in Teachable. It's just a more general. I'll email you, Lala. VIP, Sarah says, yes, please do some beginner astrology. And I saw Catherine in theater, but life is a stage and motivation is a great cause. Love that for her. So Catherine, Sarah sees you in theater. I mean, yeah, go back to teaching the course or something. I don't know. There's so many things. You're welcome, Lala. I had no idea, so thank you for letting me know. Rhonda says, yes, I have. I listen while I work, so I don't comment much. Well, welcome. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the Cosmic Collective. Holy cow. Welcome to our newest member, Rhonda. You guys, can we give her a big, warm welcome? A big, warm welcome, please. Rhonda, when I see your info... Oh, let's see. Rhonda, you joined the Cosmic Collective. I just want to be sure because I didn't see anything come through. Bax! Good morning, Bax. Bax. Okay, Rhonda, if you join the Cosmic Collective, hi, Tony. I didn't see you in here either. You guys are always sneaking in on me. But when I see it come through, when I see your order come through, I will make sure to... Oh, you joined the Manifesting Club. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, Manifesting Club members, we manifest on the full moon on the 12th of May at 8 p.m. Cosmic Collective members, 10 a.m. we are spiritually chatting this Friday. Okay, you guys, we got to manifest 10:15 already. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I'll go longer on Monday through Wednesday because because I'm not going Thursday and Friday, but that's kind of deletes the whole point, right? That messes with the whole purpose of it. Get your journals out. We're going to manifest with everybody today, and then tomorrow we'll go to VIP only, and I kind of have to figure out like what I'm going to do with that. So today we'll do everybody. Maybe I joined the wrong one. Rhonda, the Manifesting Club is a very powerful place. We manifest together twice under the new moon and full moon. But if you want to join the Cosmic Collective, when you go to my website, you click number 2. Yeah. Yeah. I do have 2. One is the Cosmic Collective, which is more like spiritual chat, community. You get all the things, the energetic lessons. The Manifesting Club is a quick 1-2 each month under the full moon, new moon. Both super powerful places to be. And almost all of you are in both. So actually almost all of you are in both, yeah. All right, you guys, let's get out your journals. But Rhonda, either way, I'm very excited that you're inside the Manifesting Club. But if you do decide to join the Cosmic Collective, it's number 2 on my website. And maybe I just need to put it as the Cosmic Collective so everybody knows. I'll play with that. All right. Davina, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Step 1, get your journals out, please. Step 1, write down exactly what you desire, adding in your 5 senses the best you can. Dr. James Doty, neurosurgeon, proves that our body changes during manifesting. And so this is his 4-step formula, and it's worked for me. It's really worked for me, so I'm going to keep going with it. I vividly see. What do you see? I vividly see myself as a paid YouTuber. And I feel. What do you feel? Maybe what do you hear? I feel so proud and fulfilled. That so many people are healing themselves. I really need to go through my pens today. And manifesting their best lives with my help. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Maybe what do you touch? What do you taste? Rhonda says, thank you. I'll take a look. You're welcome, Rhonda. VIP Deborah says, it works for me too. I love doing it every morning. Yeah, so do I. VIP Erin says, I have a service awards lunch 15 years, but I don't dress up at work. I'm so annoyed. LOL. Wait, what? You have to get dressed up to go to work for your award? Well, congratulations to you, Erin, for your award. That's awesome. Number 1. But number 2, I get your point. Yeah, I know. It's like me putting on my t-shirt for my morning live, but I kind of like it. I'm already vibing. I feel it. It's good. Step 2 and step 3, read it silently and then read it out loud. So read it silently, read it out loud. Step 4 is that we're going to act out a scene. All right, Rhonda, I'm super excited to manifest with you on next Monday. Next Monday at 8 p.m. Manifesting Club members. Like, I had to dust off the iron. Who needs an iron anyway? Just get it a little bit wet and throw it in the dryer. Sometimes that works. All right, you guys, let's, Lala says, Erin, I hear you. It's a lot of pressure trying to put an outfit together now. Yeah, when you're used to wearing like the same thing. I think dresses and sets are like my favorite. Why? Because a dress, 1 piece, looks cute. 2, a set, you don't have to think about matching, just boop, boop. And I'm a fashion girl, you guys, and even then I'm like, oh, sometimes I look in my closet and I'm like, I'm not creative today. No, not my dresses. I love them ironed. Yeah, Catherine's ironing on our live sessions. I love it. All right, you guys, let's get manifesting. We're going to act out a scene, so we're going to close our eyes, put our hands on our heart space, breathing into the front of the body, into the front of the heart chakra, in through the nose, letting it go, out of the nose, out of the heart space. Now we're going to breathe into the nose. We're going to open up the heart chakra, big, 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 wide, 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 touch the central sun. And on the exhale, we bring this energy of the central sun back to our heart space, energy moves through the heart the entire time, letting any little dust bunnies out on the exhale. Dust bunnies are a tickle in the nose, maybe the allergies a little bit, maybe it's sore hips, or maybe it's a weird thought like, I can't do this. It's those types of things. Deep breath in through the nose, pulling the energy in the air through the heart space, opening the chakra, big, 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 wide, 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 filling your body with the color warm, white, light, energy, pink or green, and on the exhale, pulling this energy from the central sun, exhaling out the little dust bunnies from your heart chakra. Bringing your awareness and your attention out to the back of the heart chakra, breathing into the back of the heart chakra, in through the nose, kind of in the back of the shoulder blades, exhaling through the nose, letting the energy move out of the back of the shoulder blades, breathing into the back of the heart chakra, opening up, big, 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 wide, 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 touch the central sun, and on the exhale, pulling this energy to the back of the heart chakra, letting any little dust bunnies out that need to go. One more deep breath on your own, filling the body with white light, pink or green like we did in the beginning, in the front of the heart chakra, sorry. And on the exhale, letting it out, bringing this energy to your heart space. And now you're going to act out a scene that indicates that you have successfully manifested whatever you just wrote down in your journal. So for me, I'm acting out a scene where my partner comes home and I'm showing him my phone that says that I've been monetized on YouTube. So you pick a scene that works for you, that's easy to replicate or to act in. But you're not watching a movie, you're actually acting. So make sure to act. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Make it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. We are very intelligent humans here at Lindsay with Love, and we know that the power of simplicity will help us win at life. And so we're done overthinking. We know that the moment that we start to say, I think, we could just close our eyes and try to feel instead and tap into our intuitive gifts. VIP Deborah says, I'm proud of you guys for still ironing. Textural practice, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Beck says to VIP Deborah, ironing is zen time for me. Have a great day, Bex. I'll see you inside of Discord. All right, you guys, let's get, VIP Catherine says to Bex, I knew you and I were connected. Message me, girl, I miss you. All right. Let's get on the energetic wave. For those of you that are new here, I do live stream Monday through Wednesday. Oh, that feels so weird to say, at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you've just met me for the first time today, congratulations. You got to watch me unfold energetically. And we'll see how it changes my life over the next, I don't know, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. I will keep reporting back with some data that I've collected. And we will get on the energetic wave now, which will set you into a very high vibrational frequency. If you are interested in spending time with me, growing with me, evolving with me, and receiving my guidance to help you stay on track to progress your life, then join the Cosmic Collective today. It's number 2 once you go into my website, lindsaywithlove.com. You can find my website on my profile link, or my bio. It's the link in my bio. I have a little bit of a stuffy nose today, but I'm friends with all of the plants outside, so I trust that it will release as the day progresses. All right, closing the eyes, deep breath in through the nose, belly nice and full. Letting it go. Breathing in. Letting it go. One more deep breath in. And letting it go. Oh my gosh. I really let it go with the yawn there, wow. Placing one hand on your solar plexus, one hand on your heart. Perhaps thinking of something that you are going to do, maybe a habit that you learned today that will change your life and you're going to add it to your routine. Maybe you're going to set a new goal. Maybe you're going to start journaling. Maybe you're going to start practicing gratitude so you can actually get yourself into a positive thought loop. So you can actually start expanding your life very easily on autopilot. There's plenty of things you could have grabbed from this conversation that you can implement today. Saying these words out loud if you can, and only silently if you must, because the words that you speak have serious power. So say them with conviction from your solar plexus and love and intention from your heart space. I am strong and I can do this. Smiling big and showing me your teethers. I freaking did it. Why? because I knew I could do it. I am strong, and I created this reality. Smiling big and showing me your teethers. And why did I do it? Because I am worthy and deserving of it. And you take this thought, this feeling, this vision, this idea, you breathe in and you pull it up, 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 up the chakra system, giving it to God, source, universe, creator, out of the crown, the top of the head. Make it big, 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 wide, wide, wide. Take up energetic space, expand it, touch a central sun. And on the exhale, you're holding the vision, you're holding the excitement, the feeling, the trust, the knowingness, the patience, the calmness, the excitement, the vision, dropping it into the root good, cementing it in a clockwise fashion. Good. One more time. I'm doing it with you. Breathing in. Big, big, big. Hold it at the top. Wide, wide, wide. You know it's on the way. You're consistent. You're taking action. You trust. And on the exhale, you bring this vision down. Bring it down. The chakra system. Bring it down. You know it's on the way. You trust. You're staying consistent. You're excited. You're patient. You're excited. You're patient. You're calm. You're trusting. Dropping it into the root. Good. Cementing it in a clockwise fashion. One more time. I am strong. And I created this reality. Smiling big and showing me your teethers. And why did I do it? Because I am worthy and deserving of it. You are on the energetic wave, my friends. Oh my gosh, that yawn had me crying. Woo! Have a great day. I will see most of you inside of Discord. If you are not yet hanging out with me and you want to, go to my website, click number 2, join today. It's only $49 a month membership, and you're going to get tons of resources the second you walk in the door, along with a ton of new beautiful friends that are also self-improving and growing and evolving from not just a physical perspective, but from a soul level. It's very beautiful inside. Woohoo! Lala says, have a great day. VIP Deborah, waiting for the boat. Have a great day. Good morning. We're just leaving the show. I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. Goodbye to my YouTubers. Have a great day.